Hello, hi Kirsten. Two-time loser here. How are you? Oh, I have got just getting rid of some old news feed here. And I've got quite a few things. Kathy W, hi Clarence, hi Renee, hi Debbie Fitzsimmons. Yeah. So I don't have my little notebook on me, but that's all right. I'll just use a pen and paper. When will things start getting past? Well, it's still going to take a while, Clarence. So, hi, Michelle Peterson. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Is M here? M, if you're watching, how are you? Aaron O'Toole has said that his team were clearly disappointed. So who won in Canada? Hi, Mary Thornbury. Welcome. It's lovely to see new names. So whose government won? Is Justin Trudeau back in? Hi, Bonnie Russell. Still has a chances. So, any questions? Hi, Melinda. Hi, Linda B. Parcel delivery workers on strike across Australia. So, any questions, guys? Yes, Linda B, that's fantastic news that your granddaughter's going to be coming home. Yeah, Mark Meadows. And Dan Scavino. Subpoenas. Will they cause problems? Renee's been having trouble with visualizing Trump beyond July 2022. So she wants to know what happens with him. I'll have a look and see if he's around after July. I'll see if he's around at the election. So what are the against Biden? They're filing articles of impeachment against Biden. It's not going to happen. They'll fail. Oh, that's great news, Debbie. Hi, Marsha Miller. 1,062. Yep. Freed from lockdown. Yeah. Yeah, the cases are steadily going down. It's sort of hovering around 1,000 at the moment, but it's getting better. Hi, Catherine Stubbs. Will they shut the US government? Will be the US government shut down over the budget? So we'll have a look at that. Hey, Christina Assen. Hi. Twig Brother. Now, I'm not quite sure who Twig Brother is, but he's in hospital, is he? I'm not quite sure who he is. I have seen the name occasionally lately. Hi, Teresa Bossa. So let's pray that he's okay and comes out of everything. So yes, Christina at Assen, we'll send up a prayer for Twig Brother to help him in his fight while he's in hospital, sending out white healing energy and yellow energy for positivity to Twig Brother as he fights in hospital. Thank you. La Palma volcano, will it stop soon? That's the Spanish one, isn't it? I'm getting no, but I'll have a look. Hi, Cartomancy. We've been having a bit of seismic excitement down here in Australia too, over on the east coast, with a 5.9 earthquake. Hi, Ali and DB. In the ranges outside of Melbourne. It was shallow at 10 kilometres. Hi, Dishes and Stitches. But it was felt like in South Australia and up in Sydney as well. So it was felt for over quite a large area of Australia. Probably a good fifth of it. And yeah, and if Melbourne hadn't been in lockdown, there would have been quite a lot of injuries, I think. I don't know about deaths, but yeah. Hi, Kathleen J. Lightworker. How are you? He had a small stroke. Oh, well, that's having healing energy. Yeah. So, hi, everyone who isn't in the chat and watching. Hello. Thank you for joining. And hello to everyone who watches later. So what we might do is we might start on some readings then. Okay. Hi, Renee Rogers. So I popped onto Sheila Inquisitive Tarot for half an hour earlier this morning. I joined her and Jen from Jen's World Tarot, and one of the questions that wasn't gotten to by someone called Jackie was the voting rights bill. So we'll have a look at that. Will it get passed? I got immediately, not any time in the immediate future. Ace of Cups. It is something that really brings out emotion in people. Creative. There's a new burst of creative energy around it, of looking at how people can support it, demonstrate, protest, let people know that that's what they wanted. As far as I know, Catherine Stubbs, there were no injuries and no deaths from the earthquake. The voting rights bill, new energy. It is. Voting rights is an efforts to restrict voting rights and suppress voting rights has been causing a lot of anxiety around the country, around the US, different states, especially where they're coming down really, really hard on it. Now, I have got, of course, Republicans and the Republicans have to get it together. I use this, yes, quite a bit of damage, yeah, especially at the town, Maitland, the town closest to the epicenter and stuff. And yeah, quite a bit of damage, so yeah. So this is my card for the Republican Party. It has been from day one when I've started reading, because it's a big happy family, but it's really a facade because it does not function well. It's a facade of a big happy family. It's so fractured, and that's why it's always been my card with the rainbow, the illusion. And Christina Asen, hello. Yeah, compassion and so we're looking at voting rights. At the base of this is leadership, compassion, true renewal of new growth, strength. People have to show strength. It is the crown. This person has the crown of high status, carrying a wand of creativity, of ideas, but also wands are also about speaking. And he's sitting on a throne, which is a sign of strength. But if they do not listen to the people, you've seen it time and time again, ignoring the people, ignoring those who they're supposed to be representing, the people come up and get rid of a lot of them. You've seen it with the French Revolution. You've seen it with in Russia. Other countries have had the same thing. Greece went through the same process. Iran, all of those families who weren't there doing the best for the people around there, who the strength of their thrones is in showing true compassion and leadership for the people, and the Republican Party aren't doing this. So people are going to protest. They're sick of the anxiety. The Republican Party are going to have to listen. Now, and they're also sick of the gaslighting that's happened and the confusion. Change is going to happen with regard to the vote. The voting rights bill will get passed. It will be passed. Hi, Sharon Sharp. Hi, Jay. How are you? It will get passed. It is basically the Wheel of Fortune in this time. One of the interpretations of it is it's just a matter of time. Okay. It's still got a way to go. It's still going to be embattled. With the delusion and the illusion and the lies and the illusion and that Republicans are trying to say is that they're doing it to maintain the integrity of elections. They're not. That lie, people are going to have to wake up and see through that lie, and a lot of them are. They are seeing through that lie. So it's still a period of battle, but there's still lots of strength in it. And yes, the star card. So we've got, it's just a matter of time, and it will pass. When it will pass, they're both major arcana, which time-wise means further away in time than closer. I do think it might be in the first half of next year. That's when I seem to see it. I seem to think that I picture it being in place by the middle of next year. So in order to help with the 2022 elections. Okay. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Hi, Laura Carson. Hi, Harley Girl. So, yeah. So that's the voting rights bill. It will pass, but it's still got a ways to go. If anyone's interested in having some tarot lessons, workshops, however you want to put it, I'm starting them this Saturday morning my time, which is Friday morning. Go and look at my community page, and there's going to be 6 in all. Okay, and I've priced them to just pretty much a nominal fee for each lesson, because it does take up a lot of my time to prepare them and stuff, or for each session. And so if you're interested in that, please send me an email at footprinttarot@gmail.com, or leave a comment there. And I'll be using Zoom for it. So if anyone's interested in having some lessons from me, or workshops from me, the base deck I'll be using here, of course, is the Rider Waite. Okay, so most people have a copy of the Rider Waite in some form. So the Rider Waite, sorry. So what is next? Mark Meadows and Dan Scavino. There's word that there's going to be subpoenas for them to appear about January 6th. Oh, yeah, and the letter. John Eastman letter. Give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. I have to go through all of my fellow readers, all of the subscriptions I have, and give some thumbs up as well. Go and have a look at their readings and give them some thumbs up. But I try not to do too much in the day, or look at too many other readers in the day or so before I do mine, because oh, that's a shame that you lost that card. So if you go to my community page, you'll see a thing there about the lessons and when they start this Saturday. Okay. Yeah, it's horrible when you lose a. Fortunately, I've never had that happen so far, but yeah. In a couple of months, I'm also looking to hold a workshop. I'm looking at but it'll be sort of like a 3-hour workshop or something. So I'll let you know more on that. So, yeah. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? This was my first deck that I bought. And yeah, so I've got decks, the cards flying out as I'm shuffling this. So this reading is Mark Meadows and Dan Scavino. They're likely to get subpoenas in the next few days to appear at the January 6th thing, what went on in the White House. So let's have a look at what would come out of that. So, middle line, the present with that. Now we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, perfectionism there. But it's also very, very mercenary. Now, feeling stuck, I think, is the biggest thing, is what to do with a, they're looking at every way in which they can avoid having to answer a congressional subpoena. They're not going to be able to avoid it. They're definitely in their near future is definitely fear of the unknown, lack of planning. They should have been thinking that, and the card here is the Two of Wands. Okay, they should have been thinking, planning for this, but they really honestly thought it wouldn't happen. Okay, they really honestly think, and they still think it's not going to happen, so they haven't really planned for it, and they think even if they do get the subpoenas, they'll get away with not answering, with not appearing, which is not going to work. The outcome for them, disconnection. Now we've got the 10 of Cups, of course, my classic Republican card, Republican Party card. And I'm using the tarot with keywords. It's got disconnection, misaligned values, struggling relationships. The misaligned values, it is becoming clearer and clearer that what used to be the core values of the Republicans it's not there anymore. And this is going to become even more apparent when these jokers rock up, and they will have to rock up. It's going to increase the disconnect between those grassroots Republicans, which still believe in the core values of the Republican Party, and the Trumplicans, I suppose you'd call them. The Trumplicans are the clump. Trump was just the last step, the last ingredient into this disconnect from what the Republicans used to be. But it's been happening for quite a long time. Trump was just the final straw, that final ingredient that was needed to fracture it and completely disconnect the party. There still isn't answering what they're going to try and do. Well, yes, they're going to try and avoid it, but they can't. We've got the tower. For them, this is a tower. Misery, distress, ruin, indigence, adversity, calamity, disgrace, deception. Anything you want to say about it. It is they cannot avoid it. This is something that's been coming for a long time, and they can't avoid it anymore. The King of Wands here, that charming leader. We've all heard that Trump can be very charming when he wanted to. So what is at the cause of this is, what's in the present for them now is trying to figure out ways to get out of this thing, which will change their lives forever. Why? Because they want to keep loyal to their leader, Trump. Entrepreneur. The result is alone time. This is the Three of Cups. It can be overindulgence, but it can also be alone time, lacking support. They're sort of, because they're not members of Congress anymore, they're sort of out on their own. And you know what? Trump's going to throw them out on a bus. Trump is going to go, Mark who? Dan who? I didn't know what they were doing. They were doing stuff without my knowledge, that sort of stuff. So the alone time, the independence, the alone time, he's going to throw them out. Throw them under a bus like he does everybody else. They're going to be feeling really, that they are feeling very sorry for themselves, because they have found themselves between a rock and a hard place. And they're starting to feel very sorry for themselves and a little bit sulky. Okay, and we're talking about Mark Meadows and Dan Scavino. There's talk about them getting subpoenaed to appear before the January 6th about what they knew on the White House on that day and the days leading up. Why? Communications. Because there's so much coming out. This is all about the spy. There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff that's coming out about what happened in the days leading up to it. I do feel that this letter, this John Eastman letter, is certainly one of them. Stuff that's coming out. And what's going to be the outcome here for them? Captivity, servitude, the Hierophant here. It's got captivity, it's got servitude, but it's also the higher processes of institution. They can't avoid it. They're not going to be able to avoid it. If they try, if they say we're not turning up, well, don't be surprised if they're held in criminal contempt of Congress. And they shouldn't be surprised if the House's sergeant at arms knocks on their door to say, come with me. I'm just going to retie this, guys, because it's driving me a wee bit crazy today. My hair's all over the place. So nope. Yeah, my hair's all over the place, so it's driving me a wee bit crazy. I fell asleep with it wet, so it went a bit crazy. So, yep, you know me, embrace the chaos. Yeah, chaos isn't. It's still driving me crazy. Never mind. I've got this bit sticking out here. This bit, no, this bit, that bit. It's sticking out. I know I shouldn't give a rat's bum, but I do. Yeah, just less and less of them are following him now. I do feel there's going to be a lot of primaries with the Republicans next year. A lot of primary challenges, more than they expect. And it's not going to be just the ones who voted to impeach Trump that are going to get primaried. It's going to be a lot of them. People are going to put their hands up. The Democrats will keep the House of Representatives. They may not win a lot of extra seats or anything. They're going to keep it. But I think it's going to be next 2020 election. I get the feeling, and I'll read on it later, but it's going to be a real clearing of the House of the of Republicans, real clearing of the Republican House, whereas there's going to be primaries, and yeah, so people are going to get primaried, and a lot of them won't even make it to the election because of this. And there'll be some new Republicans coming in that, and they're not going to be Trumpican Republicans. So anyway, I've read on that, and I've done the voting rights. Somebody asked, will the US government shut down over the budget? Might be a short shutdown, but yes, the letter, the famous letter that's come out. I've got that, Kristen from Uncovering News, written on the list to look at that letter. What difference is it going to make? Is it going to have an impact? So that's going to be interesting. First, I'm going to look at is, will the US government shut down over the budget? Oh, Pamela, that's okay. Thank you for joining us. Oh, cyber ninjas are in so much trouble. Hi, Greta. Oh, 12.7 degrees centigrade. That's cold. Four of Swords. Yeah, that could be a bit of a shutdown, a retirement, a rest. So that's the Four of Swords. But it's also not a straight out yes or a straight out no. So There's definitely been some people disappointed with some things, of course, Republicans and stuff, and also trying to make deals and sort out. So there's been some disappointment on some people with the budget and all that, but and things getting out. People have been hoping that some things would be left out or some things would be put in. So trying to negotiate with that disappointment, but also just with the Page of Swords. Now, near future, in the very near future, and the advice is there needs to be a little bit more. Hi, Heather Johnson. Hello, welcome. It's nice to see a new face. You see a new name and stuff. This is manipulation, making deals with the Two of Pentacles. How can we make this work? Now, again, we've got the Four of Swords, which is looking like there might be a short shutdown, a short rest. 10 of Swords is at the base of this. There will have to be a shutdown if people don't do the right thing. Will there be a shutdown? Two of Swords, it's a bit of a crossroads. Getting to a crossroads, there's still some debate to happen. Five of Wands. Three of Swords. Yeah, look, I do feel there might be a shutdown. Three of Swords, disappointment and having to let go of things. 10 of Wands, but after a bit more of a struggle, and Five of Swords, people abusing their position. And after quite a bit of a struggle, there's the Golden Fleece in front of them. There will be some success. So, look, there might be a government shutdown for a short time, possibly a week. I don't see it being 2 weeks or so, but possibly a week, anywhere between 4 and 12 days or 4 and 10 days, possibly. But it will get sorted out, and then the budget will get passed. But what I'm seeing, there might be a short shutdown, but it's not going to be very long. Yeah. Hi, Estelle Harrington. Let's hope I'm wrong. Nobody wants the government to shut down. Nobody wants their government shutting down and things not being able to happen and people. But I do think there might be a short period where it is, but then it'll get worked out. The 10 of Wands can be success after a long struggle. So but I do feel like there's still some more debate and deals to do, and they're sort of at coming to a crossroads moment. But I do feel with the Three of Swords there, yeah, that there's probably going to be a shutdown for a few days. But then after that, there will be success and they will be able to pass the budget. But, yeah, it's definitely not going to be the sort of shutdown that we saw under Trump, which was, what, something like 36 days, the longest shutdown ever. It's not going to be that long. Hi, Ron. How are you? I popped in on your channel the other day and saw you're up around 700 and something subscribers. You let me know when you reach 1,000. Oh. Now, the La Palma volcano. What's going to happen with that? Let's have a look. Oh. The La Palma volcano, that's the one near Spain, part of Spain. Let's have a look. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody asked if it's going to keep erupting, and my first thought was yes. Wake up, Hanged Man. We've got the Judgment. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. It's been a pretty good life there, but they really need to wake up. They really need to get things moving. Hi, Marie Sutton. Get people out of there with the Judgment card. The Hangman. There's areas of that island that are not going to be habitable for quite a long while. They'll be sort of like in suspension. Yeah, no, it's the tower. There's still destruction to come with it. It hasn't finished yet. Momentum. It might even get worse. We've got the Chariot, the momentum, picking up momentum. So the destruction picking up momentum. Well, I'll tell you what. I've done 6 cards. Card number 6 is the World. Five of them have been major arcana. So this is a big impact event on this island, and it is going to start. And the World is on top of the Hangman. So it's going to sort of be like the island is going to be changed. And yeah. 8 of Pentacles. There's still lots more to happen there. There's still lots more to happen before it finishes. Okay? This is, as they call it, the Apprentice card. This person has a lot more to learn before he is a master. So there's a lot more to happen before it finishes. Ace of Pentacles. But there is opportunity there for people to get out and leave. But people are going to have to get up and leave. So with the Judgments, wake up. The Chariot, movement away. It's building momentum. We have to get people away. New places, provide them new places and an opportunity to leave. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to have to change, and there's going to be some losses here. I am going to ask okay. So let's see. Melinda Dircher, would you like to join me for a little while? And Ron, if you'd like to send me an email, I don't know if I have an email from you. Ron. Ron and Melinda, I've just sent you both an invite if you'd like to join me. So I've just sent the invite. Hi, Laura Carson. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady. Oh, yes, I read on that lawsuit with Sheila from Inquisitive Tarot and Jen from Jen's World Tarot. About 5 minutes. That's fine. I'm sort of got a twofold. Lauren Boebert may pay to pay for rent and utilities. I get my Hi, Jalicia. It's lovely to see a new name here. I've got Ron joining me and hopefully Melinda from False Teeth Tarot as well. So in a couple of minutes. I do have a ulterior motive as well as wanting, them to been wanting them to join me for a while. So Steve Bannon helps he admits he helped plot the Trump. Wow. We'll have a look at that. Oh, that letter with John Eastman. Yeah, there's stuff come out about that too. Trump being in the room when the letter was discussed when the strategy was discussed with Mike Pence. So that's really, really interesting as well. Oh my goodness. The purple wiggle and the yellow wiggle have divorced, have they? Oh, I knew they'd gotten married. Purple wiggle Lachlan and yellow wiggle Emma had gotten married, but they've gotten divorced. Oh my goodness. Will the DOJ do sue DeSantis or DeSantis, Abbott, etc. over COVID stance? Hi, Judy Malley. Hi, Judy. Julie Johnson. Hello. Yeah, I knew the purple wiggle and the yellow wiggle had gotten married, but I didn't know they'd gotten divorced. Didn't last very long then. Julie Johnson, yes. Hello, welcome. I love seeing new names. And old names, of course. So the volcano's still got some kick in it left. Hi, Edna May. Oh, here's Ron.
Hello.
Hey, Ron. How are you?
Great. And you?
I am fine. I am fine. Thank you.
Right.
Going well. Just waiting for our second vaccination next week. Just
okay,
a minute.
I shut down. I muted my YouTube because I was getting echoes, you know. I didn't expect you to call me up, but I said, well, why not?
I have to admit, and we've got Melinda here in a minute.
Okay. Oh, boy.
I do have an ulterior motive, my darlings, for both of you. And I thought, well, you know.
I was getting
Backstage.
Hi.
because
Show us your lovely face, Melinda. Come on.
I did a live tonight with Kathleen J. Lightworker.
Oh,
Okay.
Live tonight, and I got another one. So
all right, yeah. Well, I've got a big favourite. And I thought, well, you know.
Is it backward?
yeah,
Show us your lovely faces. I have a big favour to ask that I really need.
Live tonight with Kathleen J. Lightworker.
It's turned around.
Somebody's echoing. I mean, repeating. Is that the TV?
Well, you know.
Is it backward?
No, it's not backward.
No, I can see you. If you've got the YouTube on, you might have to turn that off.
Yeah, mute your YouTube because it makes an echo. That's what I did.
All right.
You might have to turn that off.
Yeah, mute your YouTube because it makes an echo. Yeah, I can hear myself twice.
The camera's turned around.
Yeah.
I can hear myself twice.
The camera's turned around.
Yeah. Have you got YouTube on, Melinda? Have you got YouTube on? Because if you have, you'll have to turn that off or mute it.
Yeah.
The sound on.
Two different things.
Because if you have, you'll have to turn that off or mute it.
Yeah, find your YouTube and mute your YouTube. Yeah, find your YouTube and mute your YouTube.
I just kept hearing you guys say that over and over.
Yeah.
You got it? I have a big favour to ask first. I had to disappear for about 5 minutes. Can you guys hold the fort and do some readings for me while I'm gone? And then we'll come back. I told you I had an ulterior motive.
Yeah. Well, me, I'm a Canadian, so I don't do politics. That's one thing. So I can't do politics. Okay. Because we just had an election. If you didn't know, we just had an election yesterday.
I mean, Trudeau might be able to form a government, but not sure yet. Is that right?
The government, we got the same government we had last time. So same
Trudeau.
results. And they spent $600 million on that to get the same results. So.
I'm repeating in the video, am I? Okay.
Oh, you're okay.
Well, that's all right. I'll just turn off YouTube. Guys, I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Ron and Melinda from False Teeth for a few minutes, and then I'm going to join them, and we're going to have some fun for about half an hour or so. Yes, I know I had an ulterior motive.
There we go.
Yeah.
And I saw you guys there, and I've been wanting to get you both on here with me, so I've got a good chance to do it. And can I ask? It's just if you've got what do you want to read on, Ron? I was thinking, would you like to read on the energy for the next
Is that right?
the rest of September, just the general energy in each of your countries, like you do the Canada, Ron, and you do the US, and when I come back I'll do Australia for the rest of September. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll be quick as I can.
Okay. Thank you, Chrissey.
I think
And also, I do have to wake hubby up because it's after 10 and we don't let each other.
Must be the coffee, eh? Must be the coffee.
No, she's been awake. She's already been on Sheila's show and everything this morning.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw her on Sheila's channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did a live with Kathleen J. Lightworker earlier.
Yes.
I just got off.
Yeah, I was there.
So
Yeah.
I didn't expect to be here. Hey, first time I made it to Australia. First time.
Right.
Through the internet. I never been there in my life, but I heard, So
You know that Chrissy is the first reader that I seen on TV or on the phone.
YouTube?
Yep. When I was watching oh my goodness, my man, Cash Peters.
Oh, Cash Feeders. Okay.
Yeah, he recommended
Hmm.
Chrissy
Yeah.
from Australia. And actually, he was recommending the other lady from Australia. All he said was the lady from Australia. And then I put it in Tarot Australia, and there
Mhm.
was Chrissy, and she was the very first tarot reader I ever seen.
I saw her first time I saw her was with Johnny and Jen Lin and what do you call it, Becca, the
Yeah,
Norman. Yeah. So I saw her
nice.
there. Then I started following her a bunch of people. But really, my first one was Linda G.
Yeah,
My first one was Linda. Then Linda G brought on Milu. I don't know if you know Milu.
yeah, I know Mila.
Then I got hooked onto him. So yeah. So
Man, I got a crazy setup going right now. I have my tablet sitting right here at a thing like this, at an
okay.
angle. I'm watching like it's not happened yet. On the tablet that I can see because my phone that I'm on
Hmm.
is the camera's flipped around. Is there a thing that I know on regular camera I could do it, but I didn't see a button on there. You know, when you first get in, does it ask you about a camera, the direction?
No, it doesn't ask me. It just comes up. It's all
Okay,
everything's
yeah,
okay. I can
okay,
see you sitting. I can see you. You're upright. So I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I got my phone turned around backwards,
Oh,
and
I
I
see.
got to watch the tablet to see what's going on.
Oh, that is your telephone. Me, I'm on a desktop computer. It's not the same.
I wonder if my tablet would work doing it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to check that out.
yeah, it would.
So, what do you
I
want to
want to
read
say hi.
on?
Hey, I want to say hi to Juji is here. I haven't seen her in a while, but yeah, and a lot of people here I know. Debbie Fitzsimmons, crazy cat lady.
Yeah,
Hello,
all the people
hello.
that was on there when I was saying hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
There's a lot of
I'd
people
like to
here
say
now.
hi to everybody. You
So
guys are awesome. I just love you guys so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I just reached over like Chrissy said over the 700 mark subscribers, and there's somebody who won the free reading with me.
Yes, it was my son, Bubba. His football number. I knew you was going to pick 72. I knew it. That was his football number from day one, starting football,
Okay,
all through school and everything. I knew that's what the number would be.
because I wrote it down, and the person that won, I got to give her a free reading tomorrow. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
she's
is
from,
just awesome.
I think she's from Michigan or something like that.
Yeah, I would
So
have felt like I was cheating if I would have. If I would have.
yeah, well, hey, there was a lot of people though waiting to win that free reading, so I'm happy to give it.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
and when I get to 1,000, Footprint Tarot said she'll give a free reading for somebody, one of my subscribers, and uh,
Beautiful.
and also Medium Kim said she'll give a free reading, so somebody also. So I had two channels, two people will give a free reading when I hit 1,000.
And I'll tell you what, I'll give anybody a free reading whoever wants one. Right now, anytime, any day.
but YouTube is playing games right now. I had more than what I have right now, but YouTube I had more. They dropped and they playing games. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Like people need to check they're still subscribed because I had one fan tell me unsubscribe 3 times. He had to resubscribe 3 times on my channel.
I've heard of other readers saying the same thing.
It's
That
crazy.
people are putting that in their chats. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I'm grateful for all the subscribers I do have, so I appreciate it.
I can't see what anybody's saying though because I would have to go like this.
All right.
Like, okay, hi Joji. Hmm.
So,
Because all the words is going on behind my phone.
so she said something about the rest of September, right?
Oh, the rest of September, all right.
Yeah.
So are we doing it in political or just
How about we just do the energy? Thank
the
you,
Just
guys.
energy? We've
Energy.
been
We didn't even
talking,
start
Chrissy.
yet. We were yakking.
I know. I really needed that break. A comfort break. We'll just put it that way. And I'm like, I'll get these guys up, and then they'll cover for me for a few minutes, and then we can have some fun, which is lovely.
Yeah.
Well,
September
at
for
least-
Canada. I got news for September for Canada for the rest of
I mean, you have.
September. Eh?
Cool.
I got
Okay.
the Ace of Pentacles. So financially,
Oh, nice.
yeah, that's a beautiful card to get. Okay. Now the elections are over. People are, you know what I'm wishing people would work together. These governments, they yak at one another, they put each other down, but they don't work together. I'm just wishing they would work together to work for the people and find solutions instead of arguing about you did this, you did that, or whatever. This is crazy, you know. I think they're trying to imitate somebody, so that's why. So that's what I got for September.
Send me an email. How about we'll see if Kathleen wants to join us? Do you want to join us, Kathleen J. Lightworker?
Well, you're talking. I'll talk to your guys.
Yeah. So what have
I
you got?
got the moon. Oh, she's beautiful too. Look at that.
You got the moon?
Yeah.
So what's it say for September for US?
It said, okay, for the rest of September, we got powerful, intuitive. Oh man.
Kathleen said Kathleen said yes to you.
Oh, excellent. Yes. Okay. So we'll have even more fun. I love doing this. And yeah. So, okay, Melinda, do you want to keep reading what you got there?
Sure. It says that we're going to be letting go of worry and fear.
Yeah.
And have understanding the truth of a situation. And that's the moon falling right as the full moon started at 3:30 today. So that was pretty cool.
I bet people are waiting for the truth to come out. I can feel it in the energy.
Ron, could you forward the link to this to Kathleen? I don't have her email, so could you forward the link to her?
What do I do? Copy it and send it to her?
Forward.
I know what I could do. I'm with her on Facebook, so I could copy it. Can I copy your link and put it on Facebook?
Just forward the email I sent you. That would be good.
Oh. That's another thing there. So, just a minute.
Yeah, do you have her email, Ron?
Yeah, I have her email. I have to go.
Okay.
Just wait a minute. I'm getting brain farts and trying to find out.
It's all right. You've been on the computer all day.
Yeah, that's why.
I have got for Australia the Queen of Inspiration, which is the Queen of Wands. There's got to be, we've got to follow our instincts more and really be supportive of the energy. We've had a lot of violent protests here over the last few days. And it's just, honestly, I won't get into the politics of it, but there's no need for it to have gotten where it got, which was very violent. 6 of emotions. In fact, it's harking back. The rest of September, there's going to be some harking back to earlier time. there was a time back here when I was a kid in the 70s and stuff that there was the unions and all that. I'm not anti-union. I'm not for union. I think they all unions have a place and things. They do help getting better conditions and stuff. But and this latest protest came from the unions were actually supporting something that the government did. But it's just that it's harking back to times from a few decades ago where there was a lot of action that wasn't necessarily good action. I'm trying to remember the word, but I can't. So there's going to be a bit of that. I've got the 10 of emotions, which is the 10 of cups. And that's families are starting to feel so much. It's been a time of so much pain for families and everything. And people they really, really want to be able to get back together, but they're still away from that. And it feels like there might be an end coming. They're looking at October to start opening up the different states. So this is a 10. It's a cycle. It's the ending of a cycle. So there's going to be still a bit of actions that harks back to an earlier time, which was the 70s, where it was a lot of political unrest, a lot of protests, a lot of violent actions and stuff, and including some bombings. And I hope that doesn't happen. I don't know why that came into my mind, that bombing, but it was in Melbourne back in the 70s. Mm. And I certainly hope there's nothing like that comes to the fore. So there's a bit of, I'm harking back to unrest from an earlier time. And then the 10 of materials, which is a legacy. It's a time where we should be able to start rebuilding a new legacy and letting go of an old legacy, which has ruled us for a while, which could possibly be COVID. But COVID is going to lead a legacy in every country that it's been in. Hi, Sophie. Sophie from Bright Arrows. Bright Opal's here.
It's Opal.
Yes. And, yeah. So, yeah, I'm getting that. The rest of September in Australia is going to be a little bit unrestful, I think. So, yeah, I wish I could have better. 9 of materials. We want to be sitting in a place. We want to go back to a place where everything was happy and good, and we were like, we're all right, mate. We're going well, but things are still in suspension. So that we're still looking at maybe the families getting together again, still a little bit of time to pass before that. And they're not happy. And I can't say I blame them, you know. With luck, I'll be seeing my family in a couple of weeks, knock on wood, over in Queensland. But that could be suspended. We just don't know with this virus. So knock on wood, it's all going to go well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
Yeah, but there's going to be some unrest that's very reminiscent of the 1970s, I think, in the rest of September. There's going to be, depending on where they are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's Kathleen.
Trying to remember, Chrissy, that remember that card that I just pulled till the end of December. It's going to come up with all them back feelings and all that. Just remember, it's a card. There's how many other cards in this deck? So remember that card got put back in there, and just love them right where they're at. Just love them right where they're at.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, I think I do think things will be okay. Oh, we lost her. Hello, Katie. Katie, it's got there. Where is she?
There she is.
Darling.
Hello. It's about time you get here, eh?
It all started from the need for a comfort. From
What I did, I copied it and I pasted it on Facebook, and she got it. That's oh boy.
Did you take it back off of Facebook?
No, I'm friends with her on Facebook, so it's private.
Oh.
It's on private. So.
Uncover the News wants to know if the COVID situation will get worse in Alberta. So let Kathleen, Katie try and sort things out. How you going?
Alberta, he's talking about Canada, Alberta.
Canada, yeah.
Yeah, I know of that. I know it's worse already.
I think it's going to be a little bit. It's going to go a little bit bad, and then it's going to turn around in a corner, and then it's going to start getting a little bit better. Down. But I think it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. But I'll pull on it.
They'll have to shut down.
Hello, how you going there? Can you hear me, Katie? I can't hear you. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
I've got the Muse of Inspiration.
No, you're still on mute.
Yeah. 1 minute, she's going. I've got the Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Wands. Leadership is they're going to have to step up and do more.
Yeah.
And realize it's more than just setting standards, setting mandates and all that. It's also about showing understanding and compassion. There is going to be some movement towards things getting better. So there's going to be a bit of a turn in things getting better in the near future, but it's still going to be a bit of a struggle. It's still going to get a bit worse. You can see this is going forward very quick. So I think there might be a period where things even speed up with the virus. It even gets speedier and getting around. But I do think after a bit of a struggle, they're going to be able to start heading the other way, slowing things down with the Eight of Inspirations. They're all wands to do with energy, and that's not surprising considering we are talking about a virus that has a life of its own. But I do feel that after a while, they will be able to start getting things settled down. Oh, thank you, my darling.
Okay, now what was the question?
Yep. Hey,
what was the question again? Can you hear me?
Bobby, here I am. Smooches. Wait a minute. Smooches, Bobby.
Kissy faces at you. That's sweet. He's blushing.
Sorry, Catherine.
Yeah, the question was, how's COVID going to go in Alberta, in Canada, for a while? Could we do a reading on the energy of that? So, yeah.
Chrissy, you read my cards exactly. Check this out. King of Cups. King of Coins upside down. Wait.
Yeah.
I can't even tell. Okay. Then 5 of Wands.
Yeah.
7 of Wands. You read my cards exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll save time and let somebody else go. But you read my cards. Exactly.
Has Ron gone yet?
Because you guys just had your somebody else's king now, or whatever ruler. There's the little straddles that the guy's going to have, and then here Alberta's going to go up on top.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, well, go ahead. Ron, go ahead.
I'm not ready yet. I just
Not
said
really.
what I said. I said it's going to be worse, and I didn't pull the cards yet. So.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Ron. Katie, why don't you go? Hi, Janet P.
Okay, I've got the Nine of Wands. So, lots of them and vigor and zeal and you know they're going to be really struggling because right next to it is the Five of Swords. So but they will have judgment will kind of step in after they've seen that they can't wish it away. So this is going to be this is more of a inevitable fate card, and and then I've got planning, I've got looking towards the future and all that kind of stuff. And the Seven of Pentacles, we're going to Alberta is going to start building back up. So I think it's going to be rough, but it's like, okay, the trumpet has blown. We've got to do this. Stop. I mean, I don't know why everybody has such a hard time figuring out this concept.
Well, they have two problems in I'm talking about Alberta, West Canada, because they're trying to push the how would I put it? I want to be polite, but this energy, like gas energy, like petroleum.
Yeah.
They're trying to push it. Now they have problems with that because now it's been blocked. Biden has shut it down. Okay, so this causes financial problems over there. Plus, the virus is going right into it because you have somebody there that's how would you say, a little bit of a different prime minister than we have in Ontario. Like Trudeau is different than the one they have in Alberta. So, like their mindset that he wants. The other one wants to control everything, and he can't control anything under a virus. He wants to do it his way, and the rest, the other people in the other provinces are doing different. So there's a conflict between different provinces because of that.
I mean, and the thing that really irks me is this is a public health crisis. I mean, why are politicians even weighing in on it?
Because power, money. That's what it is. Power, money, and this ego stuff that goes into ego trips, and that's what they're doing. I'm not. What's going on in the States. It's also going on in Canada. Some places, it's not as big as the United States, but you got the United States is pretty big compared to the Canada.
Well, Uncover the News, Kristen from Uncover the News is saying, was the Alberta Premier trying to copy DeSantis or Abbott? I don't know much about him. Bit of a right wing. Is he? Is he taking his cues from them? I don't even know the name of the man, so I think that's right on the energy. Shale gas, apparently. Sophie from Friday, Oprah was saying it's shale gas, which makes sense. Yes, up in there. Seven of Inspiration. Yeah, he wants to stand his ground and set the boundaries that he wants to set. So he's very much it's my province, they do things my way and bugger all the other directives.
That's what I just said.
Very much that, yeah. Ace of Inspiration, which is the wand. He's really firing up. Two of emotions, but he's he's definitely not happy about the shale gas thing being shut down. He had deals and plans in place.
Yeah, because of the elections. He thought he was going to win, and he lost. They lost to the liberals. We have two. We had the liberals
that,
and the
Ron.
conservatives, and he lost. And now he's lost. You see what I mean? That's what he was trying to do. So anyway, yeah, I just said that anyway. So
Yeah. Okay. I've got the Page of Cups. He was,
Page of Cups.
he just really had, he had it all lined out in his mind, all these illusions and everything.
Yeah.
And then, he's also, he thinks he's seeing the big picture. He's just really focused, and he is going to be just so powerful and everything. Oh, his bubble is getting so big, and then he is stuck, and he has a bad day.
Having a bad day. Katie, can you show that chariot card again? Because I just absolutely, it just made me want to laugh, because the pose of the charioteer is like, I'm just so absolutely wonderful.
And look at
all the girls love me. I'm gorgeous. Oh, he is so pretty.
That just fit.
Also, Uncover News said Alberta is the birthplace of Ted Cruz, which is true.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
And Ted Cruz, we know what he's like, eh? Everybody knows what he's like. Yeah.
Wish we didn't. But everyone, I'll tell you what, everyone's been, TV stations down here and all that, been making a big deal over the fact that Joe Biden couldn't remember Scotty from Mark's name, Scott Morrison's name. Honestly, there are so many Australians down here who have no problem with that fact, because we wish we could forget Scott Morrison. And it's just like, I've got no problem with it. It was, when they were discussing that, it was God knows what time of night in the US. Biden was looking pretty tired, and it's probably the 30th meeting of the day.
Right.
And honestly, I've got no problem with him forgetting Scott Morrison's name. He called him Pal, apparently, which is in American is like a pretty low bar.
I never went to Australia. I never been.
Mate has more strength to it than Pal. I mean, Pal is like, what are you going to do about Pal?
Pal is like friend.
I was going to say, I never been to Australia myself, but I am now tonight. I'm in Australia through internet. So.
But over here in America, it might mean, oh, hi, pal, how you going? A friend. But over here, it's a bit of a low bar.
It's
like
funny.
Pally. Yeah. But yeah, there's so many of us who wish we could forget the Prime Minister's name. So I don't have a problem with it. It's like, at least you didn't hang up on him.
Right.
I like that movie. I used to watch that movie. I love the movie that came from Dundee, Crocodile Dundee or something like that. Yeah, I love it. It was something else to watch that.
That's a knife.
That's too funny.
Trump's lawyers say the law doesn't apply to him now as the 45th president of the United States. Yes, it does. It applied to him then, and it applies to him now. He is a citizen now. He is just an ordinary citizen now. All that stuff that you get afterwards, it's courtesy.
Yeah,
it's courtesy, and it stopped at any time. They don't have to. He doesn't get security briefings because they're not required to give him security briefings.
And his children and everything won't have, since they're all adults, they no longer have Secret Service protection. So, I bet you they got real nervous.
Now, we've had M. How are you? M is in Melbourne, which got hit with, and the areas surrounding it got hit with the quake. My family over there are all okay and no problem. I was talking to my aunt up in New South Wales, and she said she didn't even know about it until she got a call saying, "Oh, we're all okay."
Well,
yeah. So, how are you, Em?
Actually, that's better than sitting there just clutching your pearls, waiting for a phone call. So I guess she actually that's pretty good.
Yeah. Estelle Harris is asking, what do you see for an East Coast tsunami? What sites will be impacted and when? If you're talking about Australia, I don't see a tsunami at all because it was an inland quake. It was not out to sea. Tsunamis are generally generated when a quake is out to sea. So, yeah, she survived the earthquake. And, yeah. Hi, Anne Rudd. I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome back, my dear. So, yeah, so as far as this shaker is concerned, no, there's highly unlikely to be a tsunami because it was not out at sea. So, yeah.
What about that earthquake and volcano and stuff that's supposed to be on that island?
La Palma,
I
had a look at that earlier, Melinda, and it's not finished yet. It's still got quite a bit to go. And it is there's going to be a part of that island that it's going to be basically stranded in that time for quite a while. They're not going to be able to do much with it. It'll be several years before they can really go back and resettle there, because I do, from the little bit I've seen of it, I do know that there were towns damaged and things like that. It's not finished yet. It's not finished. It's only, I hate to say it, but my feeling is that it's only clearing its throat. There was a tower there, which meant more damage. So, yeah.
Oh, it already erupted?
Sorry?
It already erupted?
Yes, it's erupting now and stuff. It erupted, and I do feel there's more to come from it. East Coast USA, Estelle Harrington. You're looking at the East Coast of USA. Will there be tsunamis? Okay. I'm not getting anything. I'm not really getting anything. What the East Coast is more likely to be suffering from is if there's any more hurricanes or big storms coming, tidal surges. Could cause quite a few problems, large tidal surges from storms, coinciding with king tides and things like that. I do feel you might need to be on the lookout for that. But as for tsunamis on the East Coast, no, I don't see that. The Canary Islands and the eruptions. Could it possibly cause a landslide, creating a mega tsunami? Thank you, Debbie Fitzsimmons, for clearing that up. Mega tsunami, Canary Islands. So, La Palma is one of the Canary Islands, and that's the Spanish thing. I was just remembering an old movie, and it's set in the time of Columbus. It's called Carry On Columbus, and this woman, wonderful Maureen Lipman, wonderful actress, she's going, my husband, he's got the canaries. And another one goes, oh, that must be painful. And she goes, he's been made governor of the Canary Islands. So the Canaries, unfortunately, are undergoing pain. Tsunamis. I'm more of a surface type person. I'm not my training isn't really interesting. Queen of Inspiration, Instinctual, the Star, Hope, Ace of Inspiration. There's definitely some energy cards here, but I do feel like they'd have to be further out to see. They're too close to the land, to the islands. So that,
and this was East Coast, right?
yeah, she's looking at
This was
tsunamis
East
on
Coast,
the
right?
coast. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. There's some two of emotions. I do feel that if there's any effect from it, again, the tide, the ebb and flow with the two of emotions. There might be higher tides than normal, but otherwise not really. No tsunami type event, but definitely keep an eye out for higher tides, and if there's any storm activity as well, that can whip up some things. But as for from the Canary Islands, from the things, no. What have you got there?
Yeah, I get this as you're this reads to me as, you know, the king, you know, and you're going to have the devil, you know.
Yeah.
Because you know you're still going to be in abundance and everything, and the devil, you know, is going to be like the hurricanes and everything else, because you have had experience and have dealt with these issues before, and you know, then you know you've got a celebration and all this kind of stuff after that's gone through. So I really, by those cards, I don't see a tsunami on the East Coast would be, you know, one of those movie things. I mean, it would be wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. So I don't have any would say that.
Ron?
Nothing.
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 Nothing. Yeah, I just got a little tiny bit of damage. Nothing they can't handle. That there was all kinds of stories that something was going to happen, but they're all fishtails. And
Hey, like Linda G said, a nothing burger.
nothing better. Just a little bit, you know, just a little bit,
Nothing but
but nothing to worry about. Nothing that they can't handle easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the bottom of the deck, I had the Ten of Swords. So, I mean, that was the extent of it. Done.
Tsunami waves could be as high as 300 feet. Most all of the buoys are turned on. Yeah, no, you're not going to get a 300-foot tsunami on the East Coast. That's not going to happen. I mean, that would just wipe out so much of the East Coast. I mean, and when you think about the damage of the 2004 tsunami, that was 1.5 meter high. No, it was Indonesia, Thailand. That was 1.5 to 2 meters high. That was like 6-7 foot. I think it wasn't any more than 2 meters. And what it did, it's the force of the water rather than the height. But you know those things you see on television. Well, you know, possibly Hawaii could cop something like that, but you see just the normal waves they get, yeah, but not very often. They don't get, because the long
Bobby, you're not too tired yet for another cup of coffee, are you?
Oh, no, hubby.
Hubby.
No,
Hubby.
He's blushing again.
Hubby.
I'm trying to get him to make an appearance for my Halloween special, which I'm going to have. And I said, you can have a full mask on. You can be Freddy Krueger. You can be Jason. You can be a pirate. You can be, you know, Frankenstein. And you're like, no. But I'm going to try. I'm to get him.
Come on, hubby. You can do it. Come on.
He's waving there. He's going, I'm way famous. No. He's happy to say hello and all that, and for you to see his hand and stuff. But he has asked right from the start not to put his face on, and I do respect that. But he's
Put a
next
werewolf face on and come on for Halloween.
Yeah.
Make your woman happy.
You imagine me on with putty
Hey,
cat
Black
ears on? When I hit 1,000, I had to put the putty cat ears on. Jesus.
Dress up. They want you to dress up for them.
I missed that one.
They want you to dress up for them.
Yeah. Put
You can be cousin Hit.
a pink skirt on.
Hi, Sharon Scott. Hi, Estelle Harrington. No, Estelle's not a troll. No.
No, Bright Opal Tarot is not a.
Oh no, Opal's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, no, they're not trolls. I don't think I've seen any trolls today. I've still got a few things on my list, but I can leave them for another day. Well, what over here, stands COVID in Alberta. What else? Yeah, and China's getting a bit like, you know, blah, 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 blah. I mean,
Yeah, it's
honestly,
sword
I saw
Yeah,
a couple
I think a couple of hundred years ago, they would have called it saber rattling. You know,
saber rattling. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But, and then the UN chief has come out and said to Cold War in China, the US and China, you're not allowed to have a Cold War. What? Like, that hasn't been happening for the last
Yeah.
God knows how long.
Right?
What do you mean they're not allowed to have a Cold War? It's
Right?
That's so funny.
Is there a Cold War between the US and China? Let's have a look at that. And I just felt like,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really hard.
Five of inspiration. That is the Five of Wands. That is conflict. That is debate. That's an interesting placement for a mirror. Look at this. Talk about pelvic thrust.
What the pelvic thrust?
Oh.
This is a Rocky Horror Picture Show, man.
This is the Muse Tarot.
Oh, right.
Talk about mine's bigger than yours. Well,
Chrissy, look, watch now. Mine's bigger than yours.
No, somebody's just receding. That's what I get. But that's a girl, so it is. It's a girl, so that's quite disturbing. Ace of materials. It's of course it's commerce. Money is always at the base of these things. Resources. Page of inspiration. Look, it's always saber rattling and talking and saying, yeah, this is, the page of inspiration, the page of wands, the talker, the orator. They're talking about actions, as you said, Katie. My wand's bigger than your wand, and rattle, rattle, rattle.
She's holding a wand.
And we can use more powerful invective language than you can. We've got the Muse of Voices, which is the King of Swords. I'm using the Muse deck here, which is the King of Swords, which is words and thoughts, force, words, intellect. Cold Wars, to me, it's more about intellect, which is actually very, very apt, because intellectual property is one of the biggest things that has been pissing off Western countries. like the US, even Australia, Britain, with about China, they just intellectual property. What's that? Yeah, no. It's all our property. It doesn't matter that we didn't come on with it. We'll just steal it. So stealing of technology as well. The swords that can be about technology. And here we got the 10 of Wands. It's an uphill battle, but it is eventually, after quite a long time, things are going to settle down. I think that it's going to be another generation before there's a real change in the dynamic between China and the rest of the world. They're under a system that is going to eventually collapse under itself, as history has shown that so many times. So,
okay, I've got
the
10 of Wands, which is, everybody's burdened by just their posturing. I've got the 8 of Wands. Again, Wands. Their intentions are, they want to, be the bigger, better, chicken or rooster in the hen house. And then I got the Queen of Swords, which is their communications, along with the Sword of Truth. And whenever you were talking about receiving it and everything, I just about died, because these were the 2 cards I had my hands on at the time. And and they're just, they're plotting and planning and scheming and all the. So we're in a Cold War. I mean, you know what? I don't understand why that anybody would think we aren't.
Yep. How'd you
Ron,
go,
you want
Ron?
to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. I got the 6 of Swords. So this is creating conflict and, trying to delusion, creating chaos all over the place. This is all in their ways of doing things, and they'll have to come to a hard decision, because one way or the other, they got the blinders on. They're not seeing things right now, because people are just, not waking up to the reality of things. And eventually things will work out, because they'll have to come back to the essential, the family. That's what they'll come back to eventually. How long from now, I can't tell you. So, because that's the most important card right here, the result at the end. So.
How'd you go, Melinda?
Well, I got the King of Cups upside down.
Yep.
And so, I mean, coins. King of Coins upside down. So they're not having to put in a whole bunch of money like as if they was in a real war with them. And then the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Swords. So, I mean, I'm like right with you guys, when you guys was saying your guys's. So, I mean, the Knight, he is, he put his other wands down, and he's up there, and he's on his horse, and now he's checking out for messages only, just the messages only. And he's bringing back one to the king over here, so that way maybe he could get his coins back upright and be all happy again. But then the Queen of Swords steps in and says, look, we are all right. Because the woman always has the last word, whether if the man thinks it or not, the woman does.
Yeah, right.
And it's got the butterfly up here, so it's got all kind of you know what? Transformation would be a wonderful thing, but as long as we're in a Cold War and not in an action war, I believe we're going to be all right. You know, as long as everybody keeps their stuff in their pockets, we'll be okay. And as long as she's got that sword in her hand, if they don't keep it in their pants, and then she's going to whack it off and say, "Come on, guys, it's time to stop.
Yeah.
We don't need no more fighting. Let us just keep continuing stealing all the electronics from them, because we're making the money. We're making all kind of money by stealing their stuff, and then we're going to buy up their land and all kind of stuff. And the king over here is going to have his little coinage, and so he's going to be fought back this way. And then the knight over here is going to be saying, well, you know what, guys? You might be buying up the land, but you're across the sea. You want to start something? This land is right here. It's not over there in China. Keep your electronics. We'll make everybody pay 10 times more.
Yeah.
Or we could stay in this Cold War. Everybody will be happy. Everybody will be able to keep their things in their pants. Nobody will get it cut off. People will be making their coinage. And this little guy could just ride along on his horse with no problems at all. That's what I got.
You want something really bad, you'll have to swim for it.
That's right. Because then they're going to be doing, instead of how big's your sword, it's how big's your nuke and how far can it go. So, I mean, come on. Where do they want to go to? Let's stay here on this mama coming through with the butterfly flight, float like a, what is that? Sting like a bee and float like a butterfly. Let's keep it playful. Let's keep it playful, man.
Catch me if you can. Judy Malley has said they're carrying on like a couple of bantam roosters, and the first thing that flashed into my mind was Mick Jagger going across the stage doing this.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
One with a US shirt on and one with a China shirt, and they're sending the holographic Mick Jagger's into chest bump each other.
Right. That's right.
I can't get enough satisfaction.
Yeah, it's disturbing the way my mind works. The other story, of course, we'll just do a couple of more big stories. The next one is the election in Russia. It's not a free and fair election by any means. I mean, it's not a free and fair election. If you can be arrested for voting for the opposition, it's just not. But is there going to be any repercussions within Russia after this election? No.
When is the election?
In Russia.
When do you know when it is?
Yep. Didn't it already happen?
It's sort of going over it goes over a number of days, but it started earlier in the week. So yeah.
So it's like going on right now?
It's going on right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. I didn't hear about that. Well, I can't hear nothing because I don't watch the news. That's why.
Yeah, I don't watch the news either. I get all my news if I watch it on somebody pulling cards on it. So it's all going to be in the dark for me.
Yeah, I just know what's going on, and it's just not free and fair. I got Ace of Pentacles. This is going to build up resistance within Russia.
Right.
This greedy merchant has been sucking the Russian people dry for years and years and years. And basically, and what is wanted is new leadership, a king of wands, someone who's compassionate, who is strong, who knows how to rule, who has true leadership. And he made a deal with that would happen, with the elections would be free and fair and allow people to elect it. He made that deal, but of course, being Putin, it's out the door. So what I've got here is in battle. He is going to be in battle with the Nine of Wands. Judgment, people's judgment. People are going. This is all about people rising up. The classic judgment, people rising from this. People rising up and opening their mouth and voicing. So it's you've got a young lad there, and you've got the woman looking at him, basically saying, honestly, if looks could kill, that this guy would just and you've got a little kid that's just running away saying, no, I'm going in a different direction, way. So the judgment is not good on him. He's going to start feeling that judgment. There's going to be more and more groups. There's going to be people coming together and talking and gathering. Is there going to be, a period of instability? This should be upside down. This should be reversed. This is going to lead to a period of instability in Russia that has nothing to do with Putin's rule. It has everything to do with people just getting sick of him. And he made promises after the last time, and they never really expected him to keep it. But now he's just been so blatant about it. With having people talk about poll watchers, they're dragging people away who openly vote for the opposition. And stuff. So, and there's going to be
somebody else.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I said, are we ready for me to go? I cannot hear you. Sometimes you blank out and freeze. I don't know. So are you there? Are you there?
I talk at the speed of sound, and people only hear it. It's like a bit of a sonic boom. I finish talking before people actually hear it because I talk so fast.
Well, this right here is the money, the old, steady, reliable regime that did the same thing for years and years and years. But looky here. We got the Lover's card. This to me is a marriage of like-minded people coming together. And it's a new beginning, a new start. And they see all of the secrets, all of the hidden things that are in the dark. They drag them to the light. And after they do, looky here, 3 of Cups, celebration. So I think this is probably, this may be the catalyst that makes this happen, this particular election, because I'm really surprised at getting, I know Taro it can be 10 years down the line, but this just doesn't feel like it. It feels like this is coming pretty soon. As far as the action that it's going to take to get them there. I don't know when it'll finally be over with, but yeah, I really feel that.
Okay. Well, I feel I got this Chariot, the first card. Okay, so there's already action taken, underground action, people waking up right now at this moment. It's already there, and just to bring out the truth. I got the Sun card, so that's bringing out the truth about everything that's going around, and people will wake up. I got the Hermit card, so People are doing what they have to do because they're fed up with all this. It's not going to be on the news. It's all, everything is hidden. It's all secret stuff, going on. There's already missions. People are doing stuff already, gathering together to do certain. They're already planning on this stuff.
Yeah. Bye, Melinda.
You done? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm watching Ron talk. I didn't hear him because my thing over here is like maybe 10 seconds later, so I'm still watching him talk.
You're just fascinated.
He's like this, watching me talk.
Yeah. Okay, so my first card was a 6 of coins.
Yeah.
So, well, now you're reaching out for me. What are you doing that for, Ron? Don't do it. Okay. The 6 of coins. And so we got Putin up here in his little red hat saying, I'll feed you. Work like a dog, but I'll feed you. Vote for somebody else, and you're going to be the other person, and you're going to be carted off. And we're not going to say what's going to happen. You're just going to be carted off. So do what you need to do and go vote for me. Okay? And then we've got the Knight of Coins. And he's up there. He's saying, okay, Putin needs to win. Everybody needs to know. Nobody needs to die. For entertainment entertainment only.
Yep.
Yeah.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, that's. And then we got the old balancing guy, the 2 of coins, and so some of those people are like, "Is it worth it? Should we rebel? What do we need to do to get these people out of here? Just them all gone." And they're all up in their heads and they're juggling and they don't know how to vote because they don't want to die. They don't want to be carted off. They want to eat. They don't want to work like a dog anymore. Just eat and scrape the gum off the ground. Oh, but wait a second. That wasn't even gum. It was somebody's oil change 6 months ago. So I mean, it's pretty bad over there. And a lot of people don't really realize, I don't think, how bad it is over there. And I don't know. I just think that this card over here, the one that was at the bottom, is the one that made me think of the most of that. And that was the Empress. And if we don't get that woman up there with the newness in there, if we don't get newness up inside, not we, but the Russian people,
Right.
that if they don't get somebody new in there, that wait a second now. Is Putin ill?
Is
Yeah.
Putin what? Sorry?
Yeah.
He's got a little health problem. Yeah.
Okay, well then that's what the newness is going to come in there.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
because we
showed
got
him-
bunnies at the bottom and we got cherubs and everything. There's somebody definitely new coming in.
they showed him casting his vote from. He was in quarantine. I believe he has COVID.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He couldn't go to a summit in Tajikistan or somewhere like that he was going to, because he's not sick, but people around him got sick from COVID, so he had to go into quarantine. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
and besides all
Well,
that, he's
all I know is that
doesn't he have
he's not
something
feeling
like
too hot.
Parkinson's?
And there's because now this card changes though, and it's the people behind Putin
Mm.
is the one that's really wanting Putin out.
Mm.
They're juggling.
He better watch
Do we
his
want to keep this
underwear
guy
then.
in or not?
Yeah.
Should we bring in the newness? I think we need to. So I don't know. I don't know how that vote's going to be because the vote is like right now.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to make it in there for right now.
Well, I mean,
And
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I don't think he's going to be in there very long though. Maybe 6
Yeah.
months.
I kind of, I guess I thought I heard the question wrong. What I ask is this election going to start a change? Because it's not going to. Nobody's going to win but Putin. I mean, we know that. I know that. You know that. We know that. So, but I thought that we were asking, was this election going to be the start of a revolution or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, that was it. I said, was it going to be
I don't know.
Republican over the election? Yeah. And I was just thinking that it's something like 104 years in November of the October Revolution, and that, which is the communist revolution, Lenin and all that. It might sound a bit strange that it's in November, but at the time, the Russians were using the Julian calendar, which is out of sync with the calendar the Gregorian calendar that we use. And I'm familiar with the Julian calendar because that's what satellites use and stuff like that. So actually, at their October 17th or something was actually in the Gregorian calendar, it was November 6th or something like that. So while it was October in Russia, everywhere else it was like November. So it's an interesting thing. And I was just thinking about the October Revolution and November, being in November. And I'm just thinking, especially as you've both said something soon, Melinda, within the next 6 months, is November going to be significant in Russia? And I do think it will be. I've got the Page of Swords, and I've got the Light Seas Tarot deck out, Ron, and I've got the Page of Swords, and it's like turning. The Page of Swords can also be about a friend turning on you. And this person, she's carrying light globes, and a delicate balance across the sword here. She's walking across the sword and the book is open, the book is, and dust and knowledge is flying out of the book. Then we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This person, this is like, I feel like this should be reversed in that there's a loss of fortune, a loss of stability coming. And Six of Pentacles, new deals, new trades.
Wow.
So I'm not saying there's going to be a revolution in Russia in November, but I do feel like November's going to be a significant month there. So, yeah.
Wow.
But I was saying there's something starting up. It doesn't mean it's right now, but there's something coming from underneath.
Kind of like the energy is building, right?
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. And Denise Trudeau said in the chat, she said, I thought I heard, or also I was going to say Parkinson, that his health, Parkinson, and he has Parkinson, Putin. I heard that too. So
that could be.
Well, I honestly didn't even know what the question was. I know I heard it, but by the time it got to me, I forgot what it was. So I just read the cards. I knew it was about Russia. And then in the middle of it, I got to thinking, are we talking about China or Russia? And then I seen the red hat. And then I thought, well, that has to be Russia, you know? So I just continued talking about Russia and Putin.
There's one more.
I couldn't remember the question.
There's
And
one
that's
more.
what the honest God.
I want to look at.
If I upset somebody, I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna have to just hug you and give you a kiss on the cheek, because that's what happens around here. If anybody gets angry, either you got to put on boxing gloves and box, or you got to give them a hug and a kiss. So take your choice.
You're in Kentucky, brother. You're in Cincinnati now,
I'm
aren't
in.
you?
Yes.
Well, in Cincinnati, you're the
But
Kentucky
see,
girl.
what you guys don't understand is I got an eagle. I can jump on the eagle's back, shoot off right over wherever I need to go, and then yeah, I will take that hug and the kiss right here. Or I'll bring some boxing gloves.
There's three words I don't ever want to hear from anyone who's from the South, including Kentucky. Is anyone listening to one of my readings and then going, bless your heart.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we don't want to hear that because we know what finger that is.
We do that in Oklahoma too. It's always when you hear "bless your heart," you're like, "Oh crap!"
You know what finger you're putting up. You know what finger it is.
Bless your heart. What about the rest of me, eh?
Oh,
I don't know if there's something in Australia that's the equivalent to that. I really don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about it. But anyway, one last question I want to look at is, AUKUS has been creating a big kerfuffle with, Australia, UK, US, and the submarines and all that.
The submarines. I did hear about submarines.
Yeah, and AUKUS. And France is tucking a titty fit. France has been tucking a titty because
Melinda,
Australia threw out a deal that wasn't going to work. Yeah.
I didn't say anything because I thought you did it wrong. I thought I did it wrong.
What's that?
So the reading the question, I thought, oh no, I heard the question wrong. Remember, I have brain damage.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I've been brain damaged. This is one damaged brain. So I gotta go with the flow, man.
And I get brain.
Question, just ask. I've no problem repeating questions and all that. I will get people to repeat sometimes because I have hearing loss. So sometimes I'll go, tell me that.
I don't have brain damage. I got brain farts.
Brain farts. But anyway, apparently Boris Johnson from the UK has told France, get a grip. Yeah, get a grip. I suppose if you were going to say anything in Australia, get a grip would be one of the equivalents of bless your heart.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'd say in the UK, it's probably, apparently he said it in French. Donnez-moi un briquet.
So it really sounded sexy while he was flipping him off, right?
Get a grip.
How would I say that in
Oui,
French?
oui.
Oui. Lâche ton pipi.
Get a grip in Australia is probably the equivalent to bless your heart. So I just want to have a quick look at, is this going to absolutely, because there's never any really, Britain and France have never really been the most comfortable of allies for years and years. Is this going to turn into is this going to cause a piss up in a brewery, probably, a storm in a teacup, a piss up in a brewery, storm in a teacup.
Is what going to get somebody going to get pissy on what?
Sorry?
The volume's gone.
Is it going to cause a storm in a teacup? Boris Johnson telling Macron and co to get a grip. So let's see. Queen of Swords, the world, the High Priestess. Yeah, I've got pretty much yes. The Queen of Swords. This is France saying, "How dare you?" Sorry for my French accent. That you're Ronald. Are you Quebecois?
Yeah, I'm French.
Yeah, and it's like, how dare you? You naughty thing. Telling us it is a storm in a teacup. There is going to be some resolution over it. They'll get over this pretty quickly. But there is still some deep-seated and long-term tensions between the two countries. And it's like they never really trust each other to tell them the whole truth. So it's just going to stir up the storm and keep up. But it's not going to be a long-term thing. This one, it's going to be resolved pretty soon, but there's still so much tension there, and it's just I've lost Melinda. So
wow.
yeah, so yeah, pretty much a storm in a teacup. But yeah, there's still some long-term secret agenda or something.
Well, I got the string card. First of all, this is a like power one against the other, rah 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 rah, did all this crap. What did he do? And over nothing.
Yeah.
4 Pentacles. That's over nothing, really nothing. So, and then I got the Judgment.
Right.
So one is telling the other rah, 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 whatever. So that's the whole story about that. So over nothing.
Yeah.
I got
So what do you get?
the winds of change, the wheel of fortune, the winds of change are moving. We got the Queen of Cups with communications, and they're flying back and forth. We're trying to. This is the Hermit.
Okay.
We're trying to
Excuse
make
me
it
for a
so
minute.
that
Kathleen, excuse me for a minute. There's a troll in the chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I tried to block them,
but you have to hide them. Your option of hiding, then you will be put in prison and he can't get back in. Yeah. I know how to moderate, and I'm telling you this.
I put them in timeout for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
so
that's no good. You have to hide them. Hide them from this channel, and you'll have them in your prison.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
You just hide them right away, and you'll go right in your prison. And if you look in your channel, you go back to your channel, and you go into studio, and you'll find the settings, and you'll find all of your moderators, and below that, all the people you put in jail when you hide them. Okay.
Sure, thanks. Yeah, so any of my moderators, troll slayers, just hide them and stuff, and or block them.
Yeah.
Sorry. I saw it.
Sorry about that, Kathleen, but I had to say that right away because.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're hoping that this is the Hermit. More conservative heads will kind of step in and rule the day. But they just want to be sneaky and conniving and one thinks that the other is unreasonable because one thinks it's strategic and one thinks it's it's sneaky and conniving, and they cannot And finally we've got kaboom,
tower.
Tower moment.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying that France and England are going to go to war, but I'm thinking they're hot-headed, and this kind of thing is going to be a tempest in a teacup for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's a rinse and repeat cycle with these guys. They'd rather have this argy-bargy with each other than anybody else. And there's, of course, overflowing emotions and, trickery and deception as well. Melinda, that's okay. Rachel Melendez, hello. What have you got, Ron? And I think we'll wrap up after that.
Well, I showed you my cards, didn't I?
I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted, darling.
It's okay. Yeah, I said it was a power grab. Like one has strength, the other one has strength, and they were going rah rah rah, blah blah blah, each other, and it was a nothing burger at the end. So.
It is a nothing burger. It's something that happens quite a bit with these two. Yeah. They grab any opportunity to have a go at each other, but they always keep it pretty restrained. They don't let it get out of hand because in the end, they do have to trade with each other and work with each
Right.
other.
Yeah,
Right.
they have to.
They don't necessarily always trust
It's
each other.
it's gonna be a lot of histrionics and
Yeah.
drama.
It's like Canada and US. You know,
Yeah.
you can't go wah and then go against the US or US against Canada because you would be destroying your friends. Actually,
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
way.
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, thank you for joining me, Melinda. Thank you for joining.
thank you for having me.
And thanks for coming on, especially saving me when I really did need to come and break. I really had to. But anyway, nothing more about my personal habit. I just get the feeling that it's going to be a really eventful couple of days. So if you're watching and you want to take part in some of my lessons, go to my community page. I will be doing a lesson with somebody, and it will just tell you the details and email me. And also, the first lesson is all about the major arcana. And also, don't be surprised if I pop up over the next couple of days with some more readings and stuff. I just get the feeling it's going to be pretty eventful. So I don't know what that's based on. I just think it will. So thank you. Thank you, Melinda from False Teeth Tarot. Thank you, Ron from Unconditional Love. Thank you, Kathleen J. Lightworker. I've been meaning to reach out to you for ages. Glad I could do it. Please send me an email, darling, so that I can, send you a link in person.
Me and Kathleen are working. Me and Kathleen, we're doing a collab every week. We're all together. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching. I've been checking in on it.
Okay.
So, and everyone for joining me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I will be seeing you later. I have to do my next hidden treasure. I have to do my next hidden treasure video. So I've been saying I'm doing it this week. And I haven't got there yet because there's just so much other stuff intruding. Love you all. Stay safe.
Well, thank you so much.
We love you too.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
And stay healthy and stay loving, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.